Here are the top stories of the news. Air Force airstrikes kill over 40 terrorists in Borno State. FCTA, FCDA workers begins industrial action, shut down offices. And on the foreign scene, President Trump tells Norway he no longer feels obligation to think only of peace. Good afternoon and welcome to Spring News at 12 on Western Spring Television. I am Femi Ojo. We begin with security as the Nigerian Air Force says over 40 terrorists have been killed in coordinated airstrikes carried out in Azere and Musaram areas of Borno State, foiling planned attacks on civilian communities. Disclosing these in a statement on Sunday, the force spokesman Commodore Ehime Ejodame said the precision strikes were conducted on January 15 and 16. Ejodame stated that the strikes were executed by aircraft operating under the air component of Operation Hadinkai following credible intelligence on terrorist movement and imminent threats to nearby communities. According to him, further scans revealed terrorist elements attempting to regroup on the nearby tree cover, prompting precise and successive airstrikes that neutralized several of them. On his part, the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Sunday Aneke, reaffirmed the force's commitment to providing timely and decisive air support to ground forces. And in the meantime, the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Egbetokun, has said the 52 suspects taken into custody during the recent protests in Ekpoma, Edo State, were arrested for looting and vandalism. In a video posted on the Force X handle, the police boss dismissed report that the suspects were arrested during peaceful protests in the state. He lamented that the police was frequently blamed for incidents of violence that occurred under the cover of protest, and noting that the police are not against peaceful demonstrations. He, however, said the police would not tolerate criminality under the cover of protest. Residents of Ekpoma and neighboring communities had taken to the streets to protest the rising cases of kidnapping in the area on January 10. The protests, however, turned violent, leading to vandalism and looting of shops and other properties, resulting in demonstrators, including students of Ambrose Ali University AAU, being taken into custody.
The police, when people have committed criminal offense during protest, we are used to narratives that police arrested peaceful protesters. Even those who burnt down police stations, murdered policemen, stole our arms during protest, Nigerians will accuse us that we are arresting people who were on peaceful protest. In the case of Ekpoma, of course, the police will not go after anybody who participated in a peaceful protest. We are not against peaceful protest. We have made this clear many times, and we continue to say it, that the police will not stop anybody who come out for peaceful protest. If you want to come out for peaceful protest, what's their business? We will protect you. It's not a problem for us. Peaceful protest is not a challenge to the police. It is those people who want to perpetrate crime, carry out violence, destroy properties, loot shops during protest. Those are the ones we have problems with. In Ekpoma, yes, 52 of them were arrested during the protest, and those 52, from the report coming to me, are those people who are involved in the looting of shops and in the vandalizing of the palace of the Enoge in Ekpoma. That was the report I have, but not arrest and detention of peaceful protesters. No, that's the usual wrong narratives, false narratives that we are used to in Nigeria. So I debunk that.
And to the court, the federal government has filed a criminal charge against a senior advocate of Nigeria, SAN Mike Ozekome, over alleged forgery and use of false documents in a disputed property case in the United Kingdom. Zekome is being prosecuted by the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC. In the three-count charge filed before a Federal Capital Territory FCT High Court in Abuja, the senior lawyer is accused of knowingly presenting forged documents, including a Nigerian passport, to support his claim of ownership of a property located at 79 Randall Avenue, London, during proceedings before the London First-Tier Tribunal. The alleged offences were committed in August 2021 in the Maitama area of the nation's capital, within the jurisdiction of the FCT High Court. The charge shows 3 counts bordering on giving false information, use of forged document, and attempting to deceive a public authority. Moving on, workers of the Federal Capital Territory Administration and the Federal Capital Development Authority commenced an industrial action this morning, shutting down government activities across the nation's capital. Newsmen who visited the FCTA Secretariat this morning reported a heavy security presence at the entrance, with personnel from the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps and the police stationed at the gate. Workers were barred from entering the premises. The strike is expected to affect all FCTA secretariats, department, agencies, area council, and parastatals, effectively grounding official activities within the Federal Capital Territory. The action followed an earlier announcement by the workers on Friday, in which they declared plans to shut down government offices across the FCT and its area councils. A decision was taken by the Joint Union Action Congress, citing what they described as the authorities' failure to address long-standing labor and welfare demands. In another development, Vice President Kashim Shettima has arrived in Switzerland, leading Nigeria's delegation to the 56th annual meeting of the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. The summit, which brings together global political and business leaders, will be held from January 19 to 23. The Vice President, on arrival in Switzerland, was received by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tuga, the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, and officials of the Nigerian mission in the country. This year's forum marks a milestone in Nigeria's participation at the annual gathering, with the government establishing a dedicated sovereign pavilion on the Davos promenade for the first time. The facility, called Nigeria House Davos, was established through a public-private partnership. And speaking to journalists after Shettima's arrival, Oduwole said Nigeria will make a robust presentation of investment opportunities at the launch of Nigeria House.
Expectations for Nigeria, we have for the first time ever a Nigeria House at Davos. Very exciting indeed. It will be declared open by His Excellency the Vice President tomorrow afternoon. At that house, we'll be launching 4 investor playbooks. Really, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has had a whole of economy approach, and we're here on the global stage to present solid minerals, to present our climate, sustainability, agriculture, to present our creative sector, and then our digital sector. So those are the 4 playbooks that we brought with us to Davos to speak with several investors from across the world, and it's really an exciting time for the Nigerian economy.
The Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, has been re-elected as the chairman of the African Mineral Strategy Group, AMSG. Alake was first unanimously elected as the pioneer chairman of AMSG in 2024 on the sidelines of Future Minerals Forum, FMF. He was re-elected at the 2026 Annual General Meeting AGM of the group, held on the sidelines of the same conference in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The Continental Ministerial Forum of African Ministers is responsible for minerals and mining, committed to coordinated action aimed at maximizing value addition and beneficiation from Africa's vast mineral resources. The Minister of Mines of the Federal Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, Honorable Louise Watun Kibamba, was elected vice chairman representing Central Africa. In his acceptance speech, Alake expressed gratitude to his colleagues for the renewed confidence reposed in him, stressing the urgent need for African nations to work collaboratively to unlock the continent's economic potential through solid minerals development. And on a rather sad note, At least 2 commuters died on Sunday following a multiple vehicle accident along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway at the Kara Bridge axis in Wadimowe. The accident occurred when a truck conveying bags of flour reportedly lost control and rammed into several vehicles, including commercial buses, on the busy highway. The impact also affected a Toyota Corolla that had been parked on the bridge due to a flat tire, injuring its driver. Emergency responders from the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority (LASMA), the Federal Road Safety Corps, and the Ogun State Traffic Compliance and Enforcement Agency were deployed to the scene to carry out rescue operations. Confirming the incident in a post on its official X handle, LASMA said those injured were taken to a hospital. The incident has once again raised concerns about safety on the Kara Bridge, which has witnessed several fatal accidents in recent times. You're watching Spring News at 12 on Western Spring Television. We'll be right back after this break. Stay with us.